What's up, everyone? Good morning. Thought I'd jump on and just do a little quick stream before lunch. Just gonna catch up. Well, I missed you all. Right? That's really the reason. Hope everyone had a good weekend. And that sort of thing. Wow, we're closing in on 20,000 followers for Twitch? That's bonkers. What's up, Dater Bioner and Silly Mikey? How you doing? CJW Prostat Ingray. Hello, friend. New Leads Roblaw. Troll TG. XVix. What's up, Mango? Please add a Bard Healer class. I mean, I can't really talk about stuff that's happening in that regard, but I didn't not talk to Axel about some new heroes that are being worked on this morning. So that was fun. I thought I'd jump back in. I haven't actually had a chance to play much at all. Puppet be fun. First time here, excited to watch and listen. Nice. Well, let's come over here. Hi, good morning. Oh, I didn't turn this on. I've got another camera almost ready to be set up, but I'm just waiting for my mini HDMI to HDMI cable to arrive. Should be a few days away. And then we'll be getting into designing new shows and all sorts of stuff. It's insane how quickly you guys fix the queue issues. You guys are doing an amazing job. I mean, it seems like an eternity when you're in it. Like, just, like, oh my god. Like, but in reality, it was what? I think there were 4 bad days. 5th was maybe dicey. 4 or 5 days, I feel. I don't know. I've been in like a time, like, just wormhole. But I remember saying at the time, like, oh, remember, we'll get through this and we'll look back and be like, oh, you know, those things happened. You know? And that's just true. And do we have an ETA on the NVIDIA GeForce Now plug? I hate to be that guy, but hang on, let me just check. I'm gonna, like, before I get started, I'm gonna ask on Slack about GeForce Now. I'll do that for you. Sleepy Ishi, just found your game. Absolutely loving it so far. Yay! I'm so glad. How did you find us? Do you mind if I ask? You didn't really expect to fix that soon? Yeah, so it's frustrating, especially for us, because like we took a massive hit on Steam reviews. They look to have stabilized now. Let me just check. I think we're at 79% positive. Almost 80. Some people did mention on Discord that they'd started changing those, so that was good. Where am I at? So I'm in New Zealand. I live in Auckland. Mini HDMI is a wild input. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Hey, Flipsy. How you doing? Saw it popping up through other Twitch streamers. While at first I was a bit skeptical, now genuinely enjoying it. That is a great review for us. I need to do something very important, and that is change my Steam. So I'm using my work Steam account, and right now I have my profile picture set to Mako, and it's really like strange because when I jump into a dungeon, I'm like, it looks like I'm Mako, but when I'm choosing another hero, it's all. So, oh yeah, I'll use my own emotes, my stupid emotes. I don't even know what those are. Here they are. Alright, Ingray. I know you're a sub, so you have the emotes. Which emote should I use for my Steam profile picture? Post it in chat and I will change it right now. But it can't be like the Fellowship ones. It has to be my ones. No, not the Ardeos ones. It has to be my stupid ones. Because they can't be like hero specific. Because then it really is weird when I choose a different hero. Are there plans for a streamer mode so I can see what buttons the streamer pressed? No, I mean, most people can do like those overlays separately from our game, so. Sad, Hamish hasn't accepted my in-game friend request. I haven't accepted any. Though, for the next couple of hours, do people want to do some, like, no, I did promise on Mako I would only pug. Hello, any plans for balance patch targeting DPS? There are actually some balance changes probably coming on Thursday, but I don't want to spoil them. Also, they're not locked in. Though I can tell you right now that, ironically, Alarian is the highest, like, most played hero, and is probably the most underpowered, and Tariq is the least played hero and probably the most overpowered. Go figure. Alright, Ingray, we're doing that for my stupid profile picture. To be fair, Tariq is like very easy to get wrong. Oh, that would have been bad. I almost booted up the Fellowship Nightly build with all the new stuff in it. Probably asked a lot, but is there some kind of public roadmap? So, Blake, we're going to do something a bit different. I don't like roadmaps. We won't be putting together a static roadmap, but if you subscribe to our YouTube, and especially like now that we're over the biggest issues, I'll be starting to create content that is more our dynamic roadmap. So there will be like video content that explains what we're working on and why. There will be hopefully some streams with the devs now and then where we go through all those things. But a static public roadmap that is like a fancy infographic that you've come to expect from other places, that's not what we're going to do. On what frequency do you intend to bring out new heroes? We don't know yet. It's basically as often as we can. Thoughts on doing dev streams on the new outfits and cosmetics as they release to show them off? Yeah, love it. Why would we not? Two weeks-ish out. How's the team feeling? They're stoked yet? Looks like you're getting momentum. I feel like they're stoked. I actually haven't had a chance to chat with the team about their feelings because we're just so in it. I spoke to Johan and Axel this morning, just mostly about businessy stuff. I should have asked. They had their launch party last week, so I'm sure they had a good time. That sucks, no roadmap. So, I mean, I've talked about this quite a lot, Pog Night. The reason I don't like roadmaps... Okay, we're going to do the roadmap spiel. Is everyone ready? Here's the reason I don't like roadmaps. The reason I don't like roadmaps is because, number one, traditionally they've been used by AAA developers to overpromise and maybe not the intent, but underdeliver. A lot of times games have put forth a huge roadmap, like over, you know, this is what we intend to do in the 12 months, and this is why you're paying $100 for our game. We're not going to do that. So what I will do, and you have this promise from me, is that I will be creating content that will be focused on what we're doing, why we're doing it, what we intend to do in the near future, maybe midterm as well. Things that we would like to do in the future, but with the context of, you know, that might never happen. We might also talk about things like, this is the reason we stopped doing this, or this is the reason why this isn't coming to the game. But a static roadmap where in March next year we're releasing this, and then this is happening then, this is happening then. That's going to be a little bit different from what we plan to do. Obviously, once we get into the seasonal content, we'll have those dates. And we'll know when those seasons are coming up, and we'll kind of keep you up to date on what those things are. So, number one reason I don't like roadmaps, they've, I think, been leveraged by AAA developers for not great purposes. Whether that's the intent or not is besides the point. Number two, I think we need to also remind ourselves that we're a small team, and the thing that we do really well is being agile. So locking ourselves into a roadmap that says we deliver X at this point is not necessarily the way that works best for our game. We are committed to making Fellowship the best game it can be, and often that will mean pivoting if we find a better path. So if we say, that's happening in 12 months, but then 6 months from now we decide, actually there's a better idea, we will change. And that's something that with roadmaps become difficult to do. Keeping it agile, exactly. But I don't want that to sound like I'm not intending to give visibility. People who have been around here, I'm hoping are starting to pick up on the idea that I intend to be very transparent with all of you, with everything that's going on. I think, in the past weeks, I've probably streamed. I mean, the first day I streamed 11 hours while the servers were having a not so good time, and I've done a lot of that. So there will be much more transparent communication from us. So hopefully you stick around for that. Does it make sense? Hopefully. Any plans on new game modes? Not yet. We want to keep the premise of Fellowship very simple and straightforward and not split those things. I did play some Alarian on the weekend. Just a little bit. But. First off, hello. Hi, Mijomon. Are there plans to make Eternal puggable by a queue system? Yes. Little mini games in the hub would be cool to play during queue time. Absolutely. We talked about how cool would it be if we added Kub to the stronghold. That'd be super fun. You would love a personal buff tracker at Play Fellowship. I might have some very good news for you soon. It's coming. When can you pug Eternal in-game? We don't know yet. We're working on it. No way, I'd slap anyone at Kub. I don't know. Plans to make melee stronger. The game is not melee friendly at all. Eternal pre-mades prefer range DPS. Actually, Tariq is performing probably one of the best. It depends. On your teams, yeah, obviously top team has ranged. But look, Wallach is way up there on melee. But in general, I know what you mean. Kiwi, over 12, nice. Where is our first Tariq? I'm not sure. Tariq doing a lot of DPS, there we go. Still in the top 30. 2 Tariqs in the top 30. No Ilarians. You'll note. Ilarian is... Oh, no, there we go. Ilarian... Tiddles is number 30. Wait. Is Tiddles top Ilarian? Maybe I missed it. Sailors. Oh, I don't mind. We can do Empyrean. Yeah. Cool. Any plans on minimap? Maybe. We did have one at one point, and then we removed it because it was super rudimentary and we wanted to redo it. But we'll have to see when and if that comes. Gotta run, but it's personal training day, so Ingray is getting as swole as Tariq. Yes, Ingray, you gotta prepare for your Tariq cosplay. This is a fact. Oh no. We have a problem. Hero-specific keybinds, please. Every time I forget that we don't have hero-specific keybinds yet. I'm pretty sure this is the pull. I don't know, I haven't done this in a little bit. Can we get Eternal Solo Queue? Yep. It's coming. Blocklist and blacklist functions, yeah, that would be great. We would love to do that. Oh yeah, that's right, he's too big, I think. Is anyone gonna do that? Get that? Get it? Yeah. Is moving windows planned? What do you mean by that? Like moving the UI? Absolutely, you can already do that. Maybe I misunderstood. What? It's edit HUD, by the way, yes. And there's a lot more coming to that as well. So this is the interesting part. I don't know if you're noticing, but even compared to before the weekend, I'm noticing people kicking in Adept a lot more than previously. Anyone else? Well, adept is kick or die, right? Yeah, and this is how we learn. Actually, I might have pulled this wrong. I can't remember. Not wrong, but like, I mean, this is just... Is there an ETA for Eternal Queue? Not yet, no. We are definitely working on it, but no ETA just yet. It needs a different approach than other queues. So, team are working on it. Will there be new heroes before the end of the year? We don't have an ETA on new heroes, but we are working on new heroes. Did we? Are people soaking that now? Oop. I might have missed one path. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Are there Reavers enough? Oh, there should be enough. Yeah, okay, we got it. Perfect. Oops. Is this gonna be too much? I don't know. People seem to be like kicking and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I just got lucky with this group, but like... We stand right here. Yeah, sorry, I will be getting back to questions. We're locked in right now. What stats do you stack on Rhyme? Any Rhyme players in chat? I haven't played Rhyme. Oh, look. Oh, 2 seconds. That was exactly what happened last time. Rhyme stacks haste. Hey, Richimation, how you doing? Good to see you again. Oh yeah. Give me the stiff. Okay. Hey, Hamish, you told me last week to ask you this week about the new hero. What can you tell me now? Wait, I'm sure I didn't say that about the new hero. Maybe about something else. But I don't have any new news about the new hero for you today. Though I did have a chat about it this morning with Axel. Very interesting. Sorry, Cat wanted to come in. Sorry, we had someone asking, so it was Reals. Yeah, sorry I would have missed your question. I'm just going to go back up and find what you said. Sorry, I have to go way back. I'll find you, I think, at some point. Oh, we might have lost it. I need to get, what is it, Chatterino or something? I don't have that yet. Reals, can you ask me that question again? What boss did you voice? The Magistrate. In, I think it's the Magistrate? His name keeps changing. In Wormheart Cavern. How many total heroes are planned? Limitless. Infinite heroes. This one, actually. Lee, bruv, I'm doing good. How are you? Is Rael's here still? Maybe gone. Okay, Bezman. You're having an issue launching the game. So, I'm going to try and help you with this. While I go through here. We're actually going to go this way. Because I have Master Spell. Any update with the eternal queue system? It's coming. We don't know when that queue system will be ready, but we're working on it. So, just sit tight. Character-specific keybinds on the way? I hope so. I really need them. It's nice that I'm noticing more people marking. This is interesting. I did say that, like, I would always, on this hero specifically, I'll specifically just poke. Just kill them. You have some suggestions for random queues? Suggestions are always welcome. Lay 'em on me. I saw someone asking about if there's any ways to convince people to play more tanks and healers. You know, we're wondering also the same thing. Like, if we can incentivize people to play different ranks. This is the thing, like, it's also one of the things that I'm trying to remind the team is that it is still early days, and I want us to work on the things that are going to be absolute, like evergreen changes that we make, and then the ones that are, you know, I just don't want us to do knee-jerk development, if that makes sense. Any GeForce Now updates? So I have also asked the same thing of the team, so I'm waiting to hear back. If I get any news in the next kind of like hour, you'll know about it here first. Do we have any info on Oceanic servers? It's way too early to talk about that. We really need to see over time if there's enough population to support them. I would not say that that would be coming anytime soon. But would love that, absolutely. Come on, Kicks. Oh, okay. We're going boss, right? Because they're at a hundo. Someone was asking, like, which boss did you voice? And this one is the answer. Oh! Oh, no. No. Fuck. That's my bad. Locked out the healer. That was totally on me. Too eager.
You are blessed to witness her ascension, but your intrusion cannot go unpunished.
I feel like in Pugs, Frigid Mists is the one that is gonna wreck us. So I'm gonna save money. Frigid Mists in 12 seconds. Oh, I'm not doing a good job at keeping my buffs up. Damn, let's let 2 through there. Damn. Is anyone gonna get Frigid Mist? I think I have my key back up there. I'd rather tank the Icy Death at this point. Oh, my bad. Someone res me. Does anyone have a battle res? Oh,
changes nothing. You will witness Sigmal's power.
it's getting away from us. Okay, we got it. Oh. Oh my god. The BR chain and run safe. Yes. Okay, we got it. Okay, close. Very close. The panic is real. Ah. Nice recovery. Yeah, we got it. Gizx, hello Hamish. Is it possible for you to provide the information on how much of a percent gain in HP and damage is added per dungeon level? Thanks for the awesome support. I don't know, but it's a good question. I think that's a good one to kind of save for maybe. You know what? I'm going to start a running list of questions of things that I should know that I don't know. Adding that to my list right now. Riels did respond to me earlier, and just as I started the dungeon. All right. Oh, damn it. We're gonna go back again. So, I need to. Yeah, this is annoying. So, because it's keeping my bind from before. Can you remove the slot keybind? Delete. Yes. Okay, there we go. No, but it's now... It's still keeping my keybind even though if I... Anyway, okay, that's interesting. Sorry, Ryals, we did start another run and I missed your question. But I am determined to find you. Here, wasn't me, but it was some guy asking when we can whisper people from our friends list. We are working on that. Hopefully, we have good news on that soon. I am going to bump someone because that was on my list of stuff to do today anyway. Good point. You should bring this game to Roblox? No. Did he ever say anything about the Helena toughness bug? I didn't, but that is apparently fixed on Thursday as well. Is the LD3 Prowler going to be reobtainable in the future? We don't know. Are we going to see Helena buffs to Helena to bring her up to Maker's level? She did have a bunch of buffs recently. But yeah, I mean, generally, if the question is, are people getting buffs? Are people getting nerfs? You know, we're going to constantly be balancing the game. I think that probably the next one I would expect some buffs for is Alarian, from what I hear. Oh, you missed a boast off between Preach and Annie today about who'd been given the most codes for giveaways. I did not win any of them. Yeah, so I did kind of, I saw a thing on TikTok. Annie was like, saying, oh, I've got some codes to give away. And Preach was like, oh, Hamish didn't give me any. So what I did was I gave Preach a bunch. And then, like, Preach was feeling very smug about it. And then, so I gave Annie more. And then I hope that went well. I didn't get a chance to see it. But if there's any links to that, I would love to see it. Unfortunately, the joke's kind of on me because I'm basically now out of keys. So, rip. But maybe it was worth it for the memes. The game desperately needs more tank options, though. We do not disagree with you. It was great fun. They had a group with Gingy and Nagura today. Nice. Is Sylvie getting anything anytime soon? Sorry, just got it. I don't know. When cosmetic cash shop, again, that's being worked on. Not sure exactly when that'll come into the game. But there'll be a lot more cosmetics coming in. Buff tracker. Oh, I'm going to have some really good news on that really soon. Definitely, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, that's going to be a good place to do it. When's the next patch? Thursday. Thursday before lunch, Swedish time, I think. Gingy accidentally re-rolled his main and only weapon, was crying for some kind of warning about doing silly things like that. Yeah, I also saw Nagura, like, scrapped her chest piece, I think. So... that, yeah. While it makes good content, it's not necessarily the best thing that people are doing that. Congrats on the game's success. Well done. Thank you. Any plans for more sources of marks of fellowship? I mean, maybe. These are like small details that like I don't think are the top focus for the team right now. But it could be possible. I'm gonna have to. So this is one thing that I really want is per character keybinds, because right now I bound my movement stuff to control for Alarian, but even when I delete the keybind here, it still uses it. So there's like some remnants of things that need to be dealt to. So, just redo my keybinds fresh, I guess. Which again doesn't take long, but it's like, it's not great. You know, to have to go through. Takes like 30 seconds, but still. I don't have to do that every time I switch characters. I don't think anyone does. No one would say that that's good. Why, when I type in-game chat, it also moves me and does not work? If you hit enter, you can type in-game chat, and party. We do have some other issues with chat and whispers and stuff that we're working on. Can we have sizable chat? Maybe a lot of the sizable kind of stuff, will come to the edit HUD over time. Oh my god, someone was asking before about, their game not booting up. I need to... If that person was here, it was kind of at the start of the run, and then I obviously got, like, sidetracked. I'm very, very sorry. Is that person still here who was saying that the game wasn't booting up for them properly? I might have a fix for you. Please still be here. I do crash a lot. Do you guys know about this? We're likely getting crash reports of those things. So I need to speak specifically with the team about that. The biggest change I would love to see is being able to filter my buff bar. So on the buff bar things, there's going to be like a first implementation, and then there's going to be a second one, which is going to be where the customizable stuff comes in. But yeah. Not sure on other servers, but there is a Mako spamming and promoting a website for hacks. I report it every time, but nothing done. So we have been banning those accounts. So, in fact, I think those are the only accounts that have been banned. The whisper system in-game at the moment is terrible and does not work properly. You are correct. That is on our list of stuff to fix. Yeah. Please don't accidentally scrap stuff. We have made it red. So that stuff I wanted to scrap. It. Yeah. Please don't drink and scrap. We don't want you to accidentally scrap things. Please allow solo queuers to play Eternal. Yeah, we're working on an internal matchmaking system at the moment. Will there be a shop one day to buy gold? Oh gosh. No, I'll probably quit my job if that ever happens. Are we getting a buff tracker soon? Yes. You have a question regarding a player who had 15 talent points. That might have just been a visual bug. I don't know if we have any actual reports of that many talent points working. But thank you for bringing that to my attention. Have you discussed what to do about queue droppers and dungeon leavers? It's your only negative with the game so far. I think the first thing we need to fix is one of the impacts that I think the top thing for me on that is to fix it so people who get left behind if someone leaves the queue, that they don't get put to the back of the queue. That is an absolute no-brainer. That needs to be fixed ASAP. On like leaving penalties, I think we kind of need to do some stuff there, I would agree. Any new characters in the works already? Yep, multiple. Oh, I have more coffee. I need to go grab it. One sec. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Is there any way to show people's names in dungeon like in town? No, so friendly nameplates will be coming. But, again, not in yet. There's so many things that, like, in the next 6 months, this game will look so different. Is there a regular patch/patch notes cadence? It's kind of hard to say right now. We'll be probably doing like... Well, we'll be doing like a weekly maintenance, right? As to whether or not there'll be, you know, meaningful balance changes every week, I would doubt that there'll be many changes week to week going forward. At least I hope not. But we will see. You know, there'll be obviously the big... I mean, I would imagine that there'll be the start of a season. Huge patch. Big balance, new features, and all that sort of stuff, right? Then there'll probably be a balance patch shortly after that, and then other ones throughout the season. So I think higher frequency at the start of a season and then tapering off, which is probably what's going to happen now. We've been doing obviously a lot of patches to get the game in a good spot, and then in the coming weeks they'll, I think, be smaller, hopefully. Weird question, but how can I give you guys more money? I got all the supporter packs. What will future monetization look like? You can buy the game for friends right now. That's a good one. And then we're going to have a cosmetic shop in the game at some point. We just don't have it yet. You sent your suggestion in game feedback? Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Does progress reset each season? Yes, apart from like... The current plan we have is to reset everything apart from cosmetics and mounts and titles. Well, we don't have titles in the game yet, but you know, all of those sorts of things. But yeah, cosmetics, mounts, All of those sorts of things will carry over. Trims, no. Trims will reset because those are like attached to the leaderboards, and because the leaderboards reset, those will reset too. Trims you will hold for the month as like a, not the month, the season, as a little flex that you can have. Okay. So we haven't done. Well, we need to do just more dungeons and get further up and adept. HPS win, or will that... You know what? I'm going to add that on my list right now. I mean, I've mentioned it to people. How long will seasons typically last? We don't actually know yet. We're kind of... We've got ideas. Also, we'll try things with our seasons, and then, you know, we'll adapt over time. Right? So the first kind of thing that we do will not be the way it works forever, probably. I mean, maybe, if we get super lucky and it's perfect. Any plans on adding jewels? Just a fun thing to do while queuing? Not really right now. We have obviously a lot of higher priorities. I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool in the future. That'd be fun. Will it be like new eye level on top, or will it be eye level 5 again? It won't be new eye level on top, because it's effectively the same thing, but all it does is lead to like number creep, and then you get people hitting stuff for 5 billion, and then we have to do a squish, and then it's just like... But as we kind of are trying to tread a new space for this genre that we're creating, we want to do what we think is best, and, you know, if we have to adapt, we will do that. So, let us cook, and hopefully you like it, and if you don't, you'll definitely tell us. Are you planning to add some arenas or PvP mods? No. Can we have like a dungeon journal explaining the cast of enemies to read up what they do in game? That is kind of the plan. So right now you have the dungeon codex, which covers loot and just like a general blurb. This will get fleshed out over time. I imagine you'll have skills and that sort of things in there for the enemies. Rough ETA for Eternal Queue, weeks, months, quarters? Don't know. Is Fellowship the only moda on the planet? I don't think anyone's doing what we're doing. Can you give us a hint about the skulls in the stronghold? I actually can't, because I need to find who worked on those. And exactly how deep the conspiracy runs. Adept is the first real test. Do the lowest level dungeon possible first and keep the good players on your group. Yeah. So, I mean, I've done 2 adepts today. Just now. We timed both of them. That's 100% success rate. I don't expect it to be like that all the time. We might try another one. What is the purpose of the chickens in the stronghold? Just cute. Just cute chickens. I gifted this game to my friend and they left a good review. I have done my part. Wait, are we up at 80% yet? Come on, chat. How we doing on... To be fair, I haven't reviewed the game yet. People had kind of mixed feelings about me reviewing the game. Still 79%. Okay. We're not quite there. Will this game have PvP? No. That is not the plan. Big asterisks, maybe at some point. But it's not a focus. Do you envision a guild system in Fellowship? Yes. And to follow that up, raids with different difficulties, something in the plans? Yes. Hey, Bloodshot Hunter. How you doing? Hey, we grouped last week, right? That was you? I think you were healing, if I'm correct. Oh, they didn't like that. Specific queue for adventures and dungeons, yes or no? No, we don't plan on adding specific queues for each things because that adds a lot of granularity, making the queue times so much longer. I imagine a lever penalty is in the works. We're talking about it. So in this situation right now, I mean, for me as a tank, it doesn't matter. But I don't like it for other people. Because if they've been waiting in a queue, they should stay at the front of the queue. I actually think Everdawn might be easier than Urak. Maybe? I have no idea how to pull this. Give eternal queues? We're working on it. Urak feels so much harder. Yeah, it's pretty tough. What? I accidentally double tapped my stone shield. I think it's my keyboard. Lag? I'm gonna have to use it. Orekid, are you getting into the game at all? Is that, I can't remember if you were the person that I was talking to a bit earlier. Hey Wanfa, how you doing? No, I did not get the right position there. That's been it. No worries, Agamemnon. Doing my best to try and make a tank and answer questions and that sort of thing. It's a little tricky, but it's okay. Is there any plan to fix in-game whispers? Of course. It's being worked on at the moment. I'm still waiting for confirmation on when it's fixed. How'd you put that shield above your head? Control 3. So control 1 through 5 will give you any kind of marks that you want. Where's my team? Oh, damn. Any tuning or changes coming this work week? There might be some small things, yeah. I guess we'll try and take out the boss and then see how we go. What's next? When do we get to find out? So I'm going to be working on a video starting today. And then hopefully that comes out soon. But yeah, there's stuff coming this week. Is it true that the long-term plan is to add raids as well? Yeah, we've got plans. Can I? Okay. I think we're gonna have to. Okay. Healer's probably new to this boss. That's okay. Okay, we may as well just go for yeah, we're not going to time it.
Twin souls, unfettered. Earth endures as winds enact vengeance.
I'll do it myself. Okay, can't do it myself. Finally a dev that sinks some hours into the game. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could sink more. Our party members paid actors. I'm pushing solos at the moment. So Bloodshot, I on this hero specifically, so on Mako, I promised I will only pug on Mako. At some point I'll do some things on others. But we will save that for a separate thing. We'll still get some gear. Oh, I need to... I think that's my keyboard, like... key sensitivity. So those double, double earth shields are kind of bad. Any buff track I can use? It's coming. Maybe sooner than you think. Does anyone on the dev team main Helena? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
Witness my wrath.
Okay, we're learning. Oh wait, I should have done it through the totem. My bad. I haven't done it on this difficulty yet. Okay. Maybe we saved it, maybe we saved it. Oh, I need to get my boss back up. That's better. Nice. Okay, I think we're getting it. Oh, we're very low on mana. Oh, we might be out. I wish that did damage. Maybe we can do this. %. Oh, this is gonna be the problem. We don't have the damage. Okay. What's up, Burn? How you doing? Is it gonna be Burnella? Is it Leet Speak or is it Bernie114? Please let me know. So let's just wait for Scrain, there's no the drops are available to anyone. So you can go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay, I need to lock in and make sure I'm maximizing every little bit of what I have. Yep, that works. Okay, we're getting totems down faster, which means easier for healer. Got it? Oh damn, I should have done it on the other one.
From still earth, the wind rises.
Does it ever time perfectly so you can run it through both? Like if you get super lucky? Healer mana is pretty low. I've still got my battle rares. Okay. Battle rares. At least we get a bit of mana back that way. Oh my god, it's raining here like crazy. We did it. Hey, Poof Doof. Is there a plan to add punishment for people who join dungeons and leave? We need to disincentivize that for sure. I think the first thing to do is make it so people who are left behind don't get put to the back of the queue. Game is a lot of fun. Treyu, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Is there a plan to address how loot is handled in the game? Currently, it's 1 out of 20 or 1 out of 25 odds for dropping a best in slot item, and most of the time it drops without socket. Seems a bit ridiculous of a grind, having to do the same dungeon a couple of dozen times for an item that drops without a socket. All this in Eternal, not to mention that in Eternal, I still need to run quick play to get marks to buy boxes on cooldown. Xenomech, I mean, things are going to be, you know, balanced in the future. If you're asking my personal opinion, I probably disagree with you. I like having some rarity in the game. If it were my choice, I'd make things rarer, so you should probably be happy that I'm not in charge of loot tables. I love when things are like super rare. But yeah, we want to find, you know, people to get like a clear path for people to get gear capped. So, I mean, I hear you, is what I'll say. The Eberdorn boss is so cool. Props to whoever come up with it. It's my favorite boss, for sure. Will there ever be an option that lets us customize our own character and class? I love the idea of the game, but hate being locked to a certain hero. Yunari, no, there won't. We don't plan to add character customization, like free character customization. We don't have classes, we have heroes. It's like in a MOBA, how you can't customize your, like, the hero that you choose, or, what do they call them in League? Champions? We don't plan on doing that. Try to encourage your pug members to buy skins. I'm not going to put the hard sell on them in game. What's the highest dev at the time in the leaderboard? I actually don't know who's been playing the most. It's one of those things where it's like, it's good if the devs are like able to play at the top level, but the thing is the time commitment, you probably want us on other stuff. Like, I would love to be able to play more. I'm right now only like 108 item level. And I'm probably gonna have to stop soon. So the question is, do you want me to grind the rest of the week to push into Eternal? Or do you want me to make a video that goes over everything you can expect in the patch on Thursday and some other stuff? I'll leave it to you. Chat, what do you reckon? Can the video, no news, or just stream? Right, no video. Cancelled. Please make Eternal solo queue functional. We're working on it. Working on it right now. Hope the video includes threat, pirate hero, buff black... Pirate hero? What pirate hero? Make a separate solo queue ladder? Interesting. Don't know if we will, but it's an interesting bit of feedback. One of the ladders that I would like, personally, don't know if this would ever happen, but I would like it. Is there anything I can do that would only cost me 35? 30? No. I don't think I can do anything for 35. It's going to be 36. Is the... Yeah. Oh! I can do... Nope. Okay, that's going to be this thing. More power! Control click, no need to drag. I know. I know. Will there ever be an opacity option for the chat box? It's hard to read certain colors for you. Probably. There's going to be heaps of new stuff coming to the editable HUD things. There's already going to be some things that are coming in on Thursday. Next hero is a guy called Hamish who tanks all the questions for the devs. Yes, I will be the next tank hero. Can we have our teammates' names be above their heads in dungeons? Not right now, but we are planning on adding friendly nameplates. Oh yeah, supply box. Boom. I always forget. Gimme. You know what? Should probably give me all the good stuff. Imbued things. Do you expect a mini-map in the game? It'll probably come back at some point. We had it before. Can we have more kindness and love IRL in general, or are you guys adding that later? I agree with you. We could do with more of that just across the board, in and out of the game. It's one of those things, right? Like, I think that's one of the things on the community side that I am sometimes a little baffled by. Like, games are so freaking cool. We all enjoy them. That's universal, I think, for everyone in chat. I mean, why would you play games otherwise? We all have this huge thing in common that's really, 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 really cool. So we should be able to enjoy that more with each other, I think. Sometimes it can get a little vitriolic. New patch on the way. We've got some stuff coming on Thursday. Yep. Any leaks about a new hero coming soon? I won't leak the content of the new heroes. There are currently... As to what order they come in, I could name for you 3. There is a healer, a DPS, and a tank that we're currently talking about and working on. So, yeah. You work from home? Yeah, I do. I moved back to New Zealand, I was going to say recently, but it's been a year now. I moved back to New Zealand a year ago just for family stuff, but I'd been living in Sweden for 11 years. So, yeah, it's weird. Sweden feels like home in a lot of ways, even though I'm back in New Zealand now. Kind of sad that I missed out on the launch party, which was over in the studio on Friday. I got invited, and they were gonna like bring me over for it, but flying from New Zealand to Sweden, um, I didn't want to go just for a party. That would have been like I would have had to take basically 2 weeks off work. It's an important time. It doesn't make sense for the game, for you guys, um, for me to just like go to a party and for us to take a big hit. I didn't feel good about it. I'll go to the studio when it makes sense. It's a shame to not be able to celebrate with the team, but you know, do I know the Viva La Dirt League guys? I don't. I'm a big fan. I would love to meet them. In terms of like the people I know on the gaming scene here, it's mostly just the grinding gear games guys. I know Chris. Not that he's with them anymore. Chris Wilson. Yeah. How big is the team? We're 35 people. Small. What do I think of the friends list in the current state? I mean, it's very rudimentary. Like, there's a lot to be added here. Obviously, we don't... Like, the whisper stuff isn't working right now. That sort of thing. Can we use a controller? I have rheumatoid... I guess, Ara, you mean rheumatoid arthritis? Is that correct? Creeping Dead? And my hands and keyboard and mouse aren't very friendly. I want to buy the game, but can't if no controller. So, Creeping Dead. I set up a channel on our Discord, because there are some people in the community that are already putting some really cool controller support in, even though we haven't done official support on our side. So, in terms of sharing, I'm assuming rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, correct. So, I can empathize a little bit. I was diagnosed with MS back in 2014, multiple sclerosis for people who aren't down with the chronic disease lingo. And before I was on medication, I had to just play games with the controller as well. My hands didn't work. So I totally understand where you're coming from. I'm fighting really hard for us to get official controller support underway and in the game, because for people like you, I 100% understand that that is the only way that you'll be able to enjoy the game. I would say have a look at what we're doing on the Discord for free, obviously. If you feel like the solutions they have in there will help you, maybe then it makes sense for you to buy the game. But yeah, I don't want you to go buying the game and then like having a bad time. Do you know what I mean? Lemon juice, your MS gang. For me, it's thankfully that your legs are the issue. So gaming's still, hey, lemon juice, you have MS too? Same. The medications worked really well for me, so I'm like able to be a bit of a normie. So I feel like a bit of a phony a lot of the time. Yeah. Could I show my graphics settings? Sure. I'm playing on a 4K monitor. But here we go. I'm not doing any of this. I just have temporal anti-aliasing on. Might find that something else works better for you. I'm locked at 60 just for streaming purposes. Because I just want to have my frames locked. And vertical sync I have on. TY very much been on meds for 2 years. Cool. I think sometimes with rheumatoid arthritis it might be similar. Mechanically similar to some of the medications used for MS. I'm currently on a medication called ocrelizumab. I was on one called rituximab, which it's used in cancer as well. So basically it shuts down half of my immune system. I don't know what it is for you. PvP in the making? No. No. Hey Mish, it would be really nice if we could set an FPS cap for if we alt-tab. Oh, yeah. That would be cool. Let me add it to the list. FPS limit for alt-tab, so you can, like, have max performance when you're not looking at it. Like, 10 FPS or something. That'd be sick. Have more tanks started playing since you posted the numbers on Discord? So the numbers I posted on Discord were a snapshot in time, right? They weren't like the percentage over a certain amount, but it would be interesting to look at. This game looks like a lot of fun. Wish it was free though. I mean, I wish all games were free, but unfortunately we can't do that. We plan to support the game through a one-off payment, and then also some cosmetic monetization. Have I talked about a South American server? So on that Rectium, what we're looking to do is, over time, if the game becomes popular enough and those regions have enough players, absolutely we'll look at adding regional servers. I mean, I would love it. I'm in New Zealand. Imagine an oceanic server for me. So great. But imagine an oceanic server for me with there's only 10 people on it. Not so good. Are you guys finally more relaxed? I managed to sleep a little bit. Any updates on GeForce Now? I asked about this about an hour ago. I don't know if there's been any updates in the past hour, but let me check. Okay. We have a meeting with NVIDIA this week to get over the final hurdles. So hopefully that clears up any kind of blockers. How come I kept the game at 60 FPS? So it's just one of the things I do when I'm streaming. My streams are at 60 FPS. I kept my game at 60 FPS just because it's probably a throwback to what I like to do with cameras. Like if I'm recording at 60 FPS, I'm going to set my shutter speed to 1/60. It probably doesn't matter in terms of misalignments, but just being like a boomer video editor, motion graphics artist, anytime I see a frame rate and I can lock it with what I'm doing, I'm going to lock it. Will there be a roadmap soon? So not a traditional roadmap. I'm going to be giving a lot of transparency on what we are doing. But I won't be laying out, here's what's happening in 12 months, that kind of thing. It'll be more dynamic, the approach we're going with. I've given the spiel about how I feel about roadmaps a lot. I'm willing to talk about it again. So, Xanris, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working on a video this afternoon and tomorrow. If I get it done really quickly, I'll get the video up as soon as it's done. But it'll drop before Thursday. Drop the dev Trello link. No, we don't have a Trello. We don't have that. And we're not gonna send out our Jira tickets and stuff to everyone. But you know, over time, maybe we'll be able to add and support more of those sorts of things. What is my job at the company? I am the community director for Fellowship. That probably isn't a great explanation of what my job actually is. One, I don't have any people that report to me, so it should just basically be I'm the community's solo tank. We then have some people who collaborate with me on the community stuff over on the ARC side. So I get a lot of help from Brad, who is in charge of the PR stuff over at ARC, and he's also helping me out with a bunch of messaging. Manny's going to be back from holiday soon, and he's going to be covering some of the EU community stuff, but he works in a lot of other games too. But I'm the only community person that works for Chief Rebel. I also am kind of the main point of contact in terms of branding and marketing and promo and PR and influencer stuff with the publisher. So a lot of things. Yes, we are adding a group finder for Eternal. No ETA on that yet, but the team are working on it right now. Hey Hamish, hopefully you're having a good day. I did report this in game, but I play on Boosteroid cloud gaming platform, and basically every time I launch a game, even though it keeps my in-game progress, I always get the Looks like you are playing Fellowship for the first time tutorial. We do have some things with the tutorial. I do kind of know what you're talking about. It is a common issue. I don't think it's just because of the platform you're on. Hey, so do trims reset weekly? Like, will you lose your trims after a week? No, you'll keep your trims that you gain for the whole season, but they will be reset at the end of a season. Will there be any punishment if players leave queue over and over again? We're looking at that. We know it's an issue. Is there a plan for an English-speaking Asia server? No, I imagine if we would be adding more servers that were English-speaking, that would be an Oceanic server to cover those. Nom nom tofu. Are you vegan too? Come through, nom nom tofu. All right, okay. We're gonna do the roadmap spiel again. So, roadmaps and why I don't like them. Okay, I would say traditional roadmaps. If you envision like a graphic that shows these are the hard features that we're committing to over a 12-month like development cycle, that's not something that I want to provide for two reasons. One, I think those have been hijacked and used by AAA developers to oversell products and justify a box price that is far too high. So, you know, whether it's over-promising and under-delivering, I don't necessarily think that's always the intent with these things, but it gives me a little bit of a bad taste, those things, used as a marketing tool. The other side is that we want to be very dynamic and agile with our production practices and making sure that we're making the right decisions for Fellowship at any given time. So if we decide that months from now it makes sense for us to pivot and add a raid instead of 3 dungeons, or 3 dungeons instead of a raid, we'll make that decision. Sometimes if you have one of those really rigid roadmaps, it can be difficult to do that. So, with that in mind, what I want to do is be very dynamic with the way that we communicate our intent for what we're working on. So in the coming weeks and months, you'll start to see that start to take shape. Whether that's through some of the shows that I'll be creating and some of the streams that we'll be doing with the devs. My intent is to show you probably more than most games, if not any game that you've been a part of before, is a very, very transparent and clear vision of what we're looking to do. That might be different from a traditional roadmap, but it probably answers a lot of the things that you're looking for anyway. So that's my feeling on roadmaps. What I should do is create some kind of YouTube short with that, and then we can just link it. Thanks for the answer and explanation. I've been loving the game and look forward to seeing what comes next. Yeah, no, I totally get it. People just want to know what's happening, right? I just want to present that maybe in a slightly different way. Last time I was here, you mentioned a Q&A session with the back-end server engineers to further explain what happened during launch. Did that ever happen or still planned? It's still planned. So I'm giving them a bit of a break, right? Catching their breath. I do want to record a podcast with probably Cam to go through those things. Okay, I'm going to try and do one more, and then I'm going to head off. Are Whispers going to be fixed in the upcoming Thursday patch? Maybe. Waiting for confirmation. I know that we're working on it. As to whether it's fixed for Thursday? Don't know. Is this game live service or is there no more content after full release? It's definitely live service. The livest service that ever lived. Probably. I want to start a thing. I'm going to ask my team if they're ready. Because I want to, you know, get people to start to understand that maybe communicating. Oh!
Twin swords. Unleashed.
Maybe communicating is a nice thing.
Thrust towards shield.
Oh wait, I shouldn't be tanking them in there, right? That's the heal. I actually don't know all the abilities in here. Oh, my rhymes are pumping. Oh, I don't know if this is the play. Locked in! Pulling more is always the play. Is it? Is it? I think some player abilities are way too bright and pretty much makes you something you like. Yeah, your text got a little wonky there. Yeah, I mean we want the game to be readable, but if you feel like some things are pushing it, I understand. Maybe there's some work to be done there. Oh, damn. I thought I could get my thing off on time. Sorry. I wanted to get my totem off in time. My bulwark. how did you get your party frames vertical? So you want to go and set the grow direction to vertical or up, or it says to the right or something. I can't remember, but you can set the grow direction to different things. I guess we do boss first, right? Hey Nobika, how you doing? I think my team has quite a lot of damage compared to the last time I ran this. Hey, thanks, Lithy. How you doing? Good to see you. You been managed to play much Fellowship? This is what I mean. So I think over time, people are going to learn these mechanics, and it's just going to be something that we have to monitor. I don't want us to like be doing knee-jerk balancing and rushing into too many things. Get it? Oh, I keep forgetting my buffs. So you can see my healer has a lot more mana than last time I did this. Oh no! No, that's a bad idea! Come on. Yeah, I raised. Get in there. Oh, I got my buff up. Be almost like a good idea to have a buff tracker. Wonder if that's something that's coming really soon. It is. Okay, 53 seconds to go and gun it over here. Is this enough? What? Damn, we just missed it. May as well just get this pat, and then I think that should be enough. So I guess G4's next month. Like I said, we don't have a time for it. We actually are meeting with NVIDIA this week. So hopefully I have some news for you very soon on that. I guess we did it within... Is that exactly... I don't know. No, we just missed out. Okay. That's going to be my stream for the day. But every adept dungeon we did today, we completed. 2 were timed. 1 was close to being timed just now, and 1 was a bit over. But all progress. I don't think there are any plans for that, Lloyd Voldemort. Great name, by the way. As a tank, I found the demo queue best, but won't come back. Maybe isolating the dungeons out of adventures could be the first step to solve that problem. We will see what comes into game, and I think the devs will get a good solution there. Yeah, so we don't want to make the queues more granular because it blows out queue times. Hey, look at that. More talent points. Because we reached higher ranking. That feels nice. $31 gold. Let's take it. What can we do for 46 gold? Not that. Not that. Can we do 41? Let's do that. Unspent talent. I need to work on my talents. My talents are like bad. Would the buff tracker include a buff filter so we can hide buffs we don't want to see? Not in the first iteration, but maybe in, well, not maybe, in the future, yes, but not in the first iteration. We want to get something quick, and then, yeah, do it. Where in Sweden are you from? So I'm not from Sweden, I'm from New Zealand, but I did live in Sweden for 11 years. I would say Malmö feels like home to me. I lived there for most of my time. I lived a couple of years up in Stockholm as well. Hey Siniza, how you doing? Yeah, we're heading off in a second, but I just wanted to say thank you for the raid, and thank you, raiders. Have you been playing some Fellowship? We're closing in on 20,000 followers on the stream. It's fantastic. Hey, thanks for the Prime sub. We have some emotes that you can use. They are the Fellowship themed emotes. Any plans to allow for solo Eternal League solo queue? Yeah, it's coming. Don't know exactly when. I almost tipped over my coffee, and I just washed my mouse pad, so oh, that would have been really bad. A visual indicator of dungeon rating increase after a timed dungeon would be amazing, by the way. Yes, don't we have some dungeon summary screens that show... yeah, I mean, those things could be... Yeah, if it was like... boop, 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 that would be cool. How long is the early access season going to be? Don't know. There are some early discussions about doing a reset, so like... It's not obviously a season because we're not into the whole seasonal things, but since there will be seasonal resets, we're looking at kind of like the first fake season maybe ending before the holiday break. So mid-December maybe? Again, not confirmed. Not confirmed at all. But that is potentially the first time we might do a reset. Any plans to change Eternal to matchmaking queue? Yes, it's coming. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Siniza. That's very cool. That's a short season? Well, it's not a season, right? We're in this early access thing where we're testing some stuff. The first season won't be until we get to, like, 1.0. So it's all kind of like just trying some stuff out before then. I might buy those additional DLC just to support you guys. Game is great and pretty cheap. Wow! Rally S2, thank you. Really appreciate it. The best things you can do to support our game is those things. And those, like, not everyone can spend more money than that. So, like, if you buy the base game, it's also cool if you buy the supporters packs, but maybe you don't have cash to do that. That's totally fine. Tell your friends about our game. That's a great thing to do. Tell people that aren't your friends as well. Be nice to people in the game is a huge thing, because other people's first impressions of our game really help. So that's a really great thing to do. Chat to people. Like, I was just showing, like, even just a quick note before the game starts, and just be like, you know, especially if you are the person that is granted the capabilities to start the dungeon, just be like, hey, are you ready? Anyone have any questions before we do it? Give people a chance to kind of take a breath and say hello. So that's a good thing you can do to support our game. Be an active participant on Discord is a great thing you can do to support our game. Leave a review on Steam is a good thing you can do. Look, if you've had a bad time, totally understand if you leave a bad review. But one of the things that is just true and mathematically just the case, a lot of people who have a great time in our game will never leave a review. I'm guilty of it too. I don't think I've ever reviewed a game on Steam in my life. I'm part of the problem. So if you're having a great time and you feel like we've earned a good review, please leave that on Steam. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a nice thing to do. I agree. I just bought... So Dracula's saying, I agree. I just bought the game, had one dungeon and got absolutely drilled by the toxic players crying that I didn't know I was doing. Totally understand, Dracula. So we need to kind of find ways to... Like, you can't change people, right? But we can create systems that are maybe giving players more onboarding. We don't, I think, have enough onboarding in the game. One of the ideas that I had is maybe some sort of flag for first-time players to say to our services, like, I'm a first-time player. Take it easy on me, right? That would be really cool. Because if we can put first-time players up with other first-time players, they're going to generally have a better time. And willing to kind of learn the game with each other, right? Just left a review. Thanks for making such a fun game. What are your top 3 goals for early access? Firstly, thanks for leaving a review. Don't know if it was good or bad, but if it's bad, understandable. If it's good, I appreciate you. Maybe create some roles in game as a mentor for people willing to teach new players. We're looking at things like that as well. Like Sprouts in Final Fantasy XIV. That's cool. Yeah. It would be really cool to be able to flag like, hey, I'm new. Like, let's learn the game together. That would be fun. Yeah, there's work to do there. OP4, I've never done Mythic Plus and everyone leaves my games. That's something we need to figure out. Path Losing Simulator. I actually have a meeting with one of the devs tomorrow to talk about exactly toxic behaviors and what we can potentially do on our side to address them. So we'll have to see. It's not an easy thing to fix, right? But we take it seriously, so we want to do some things. Okay, I am way over time. I was meant to have lunch an hour ago, but here we are. So what I will do is I will find someone to raid. You can't fix humans? No, but we can make sure that we have a good environment for them to find people that have similar goals, similar interests, that sort of thing. So, let's see who we can raid. Cool, Bijou's playing our game. That's fun. Okay, Amelia is playing our game. She was very sad she wasn't here for the launch because of TwitchCon, and then she got super sick. So let's go and say hi to Amelia. Nope, she's playing WoW. Rip. Next time she's on Fellowship, I will, I'll jump over there. Sorry, Em. Next time. Okay. Okay. I will see you all again at some point. I don't have a streaming schedule set up just yet, but we will get that set up sometime so it's, you know, reproducible and, and all of those sorts of things. I will be working on some new shows to be able to communicate all of the things that people want to know about our game. And then profit, I guess, is the next part of that equation. No. We'll be around. It's great hanging out with all of you, and hopefully you are enjoying the game. All right. Catch you soon. Bye.